welcome back to my channel. My name is Darian and today I'm going to be choosing my April TBR. So as usual, I have my prompt jar to help me pick my April TBR. If you guys don't know, every month I choose prompts out of this jar, as the name suggests. And then I have to find books that fulfill those prompts, and then that's how I pick my TBR for the month. There you go. So like I explained last month, I am currently working on 2 secret TBRs. I've only read 2 books for both of those secret TBRs so far, so I have a long way to go. So I'm going to try to fit as many of those books as I can into this month's TBR. We'll see how that goes, if those work for the prompts that I get, because last month it was really hard. So hopefully this month goes a little bit better. And also the only readathon that I'm really participating in this month is the Buzzwordathon, which I try to do every month, and it's hosted by Books and Lala. Basically, every month you have a different word and you try to find a book that has that word in the title, or it could be a theme that's in the title, and then you read a book that matches that word or theme for the month. So for example, in April, the theme is to read a book with space words in the title. So I do have a few that I wrote down in advance, unlike last month. So I'll try to fit one of those into this TBR as well. But yeah, so with all that said, I think that's all the stuff I needed to say first. So let's just get into the prompts. I hope it's nice to me this month. Also, if this is your first TBR video or you're watching for me, I always pick 5 prompts. So that's what we're gonna do. So, boop. So, you hear that? That's the sound of success. So let's just go ahead and pick our first prompt. I try to mix them around. I don't know if that does anything, but here we are. Okay, so I'm gonna pick, is this 1 or 2? I'm gonna pick this one. So the first prompt that I have for April is, read a book that starts with the same letter as your name. Interesting. So obviously my name is Darian. So I have to read a book that starts with the letter D. And I'm gonna say that like the words the and they don't count. Okay? That'll make my life a little bit easier. So let me look at my list of books I have to read. I have a bad feeling that none of them start with D, but we'll see, we'll see. So one moment. Okay, so of course, none of the books for my secret TBR start with D. And also none of the ones that have like space words in the title start with D either, so I'm gonna have to consult with Goodreads. I do have one idea, but I'm gonna look at Goodreads just to see if something else comes up, but we'll see. So, okay. Oh, I just remembered another book that I need to read this month. Why is there a bus outside my house? Buses don't come down my street. Hello? Anyways, I'm distracted. Okay. I could do that. I could do that. I don't know what I want to do. Okay, so I've made a decision. So what I'm going to choose for this prompt is Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Seanan McGuire. This is the second book in the Wayward Children series. I read the first book, Every Heart a Door. I forgot what it was called for a second. I read the first book at the end of 2019 and I really enjoyed it. I was not expecting how dark that book is. Like, that book is spoopy. It's 5 out of 5 spoops for me. So I have a feeling the second book will also be pretty dark. But yeah, I really liked the first book. I gave it 4 stars, I think, and I've heard the second book is even better. So basically the series is about this school, I guess, called the School for Wayward Children, and essentially it's kind of a, it's I mean, it's less a school, it's more of like a home for children that have gone through a door to like a magical place and have come back, and often these kids are either like really missing the world that they just got back from, or they're like recovering from going to that world because something traumatic happened or something like that. So this is kind of like a place for them to recover from whatever experience they had. And the first book, we are introduced to a whole lot of characters, and then throughout the series I think that each book follows a different set of characters. So the second book follows the characters Jack and Jill that we met briefly in the first book, and I think the second book actually takes place before the events of the first book. So I'm interested to see more of Jack and Jill's story, and I think we follow them as they go to the world that they just came back from. So all that to say, I am really excited to read it, and it's less than 200 pages, so a quick read. We all love that. So yeah, I'm excited to read that one, and it starts with D, so that's great. It doesn't work for my secret TBR or the Buzzwordathon or anything like that, but it's fine. It's a quick read, so everything is fine. Okay, so let's go for prompt number 2. Okay, I'm gonna go with, if I can get it out, is this one? Yes, this one. Oh gosh, I'm scared. Okay, prompt number 2.
Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things.
Okay, why, some of these I'm like, why did I write this down? So the prompt I got is read a book by an author that has the same first name as someone in your family. I'm gonna take this as not my like immediate family, like my cousins and aunts and uncles can count too, to make my life just a little bit easier. But I have to, okay. So let's look at the books that I need to read and see if any of those are written by someone. Oh boy, I hate this. Why? I just want to talk with my past self. Okay, so literally none of the books. Okay, now I gotta, oh god, I just want to know why. Why did I do this to myself? Why? I can't believe I did this.
Oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
Okay. I have made my decision. So, none of the books that I had to read this month, none of the authors have the same name as someone in my family. So I had to pick something else. But I think I picked a pretty good one. So the book that I have gone with is With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo, because I have an aunt named Elizabeth. So this works. This is Elizabeth Acevedo's only book written in prose. I've read The Poet X and Clap When You Land. Clap When You Land is for a secret TBR, so I can't say my thoughts on that one, but I did really enjoy The Poet X, and I've heard amazing things about this book, so I'm so excited to read it. I think it's about this girl who got pregnant in her freshman year of high school, so she is trying to balance high school with taking care of her baby, and I think she lives with her grandmother, and she also loves to cook, and I've heard the descriptions of her cooking in this book are really great, and I have a feeling it's gonna make me really hungry. And yeah, I just heard amazing things about this book, and I love Elizabeth Acevedo's writing, so I'm interested to see what her writing is like when she's writing in prose. And also this cover, it's probably my favorite cover. Well, this or Kingdom of Back, I think, but like look at it under, look, just admire this. It's, whoa, it's so beautiful. So yeah, and also since this is a contemporary, hopefully this will be a pretty quick read as well, so I can get to some of the books that I really need to read this month. But I am really excited to read this, so I guess it works out in the end. But yeah, this should be a good read and I'm excited. Okay. Okay, so we're over 2 for books that I have to read this month. I mean, not have to, but like I don't want my secret TBR videos to come out like at the end of the year, so hopefully this next prompt will be nicer. Okay, so the third prompt for April is, if I can open it. Can I open it? Yes. Read a book that's been I know what I'm gonna do for this one. Read a book that's been adapted into a movie or a TV show. Okay, so oh I'm having a crisis. A crisis. Okay, so here's the thing, is that my initial thought immediately was to read Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo because the TV show comes out at the end of April. So I wanted to read at least that before the TV show comes out so that I can watch it, because I feel like all you really need to read before the show comes out is Shadow and Bone, like just that first book. So I wanted to read it, so that was my immediate thought. But then I realized one of the books for my secret TBR was turned into a movie, and I should really prioritize the books for my secret TBR. So I think I'm gonna have to do that. I thought I was so smart for a second. Okay, so I think this might be the fourth time I've put this on a TBR, but this time I actually have to read it because it's for a video. But the book I'm gonna read for this prompt is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. We all know what this is, and obviously it was turned into a TV show first, I think, the one with Colin Firth, and then the iconic 2005 movie with Keira Knightley, one of my favorite movies of all time. It's so good. So obviously this has been adapted and I'm very excited to read it. I just have been putting it off because classics scare me sometimes, but I'm finally going to read it because it's for a video. I need to read this and I have a feeling I'm gonna love it. So there, we got one book for my secret TBR. Okay, prompt number 4. This has been an interesting time so far. Prompt number 4 for April is read a book that you've owned for over 3 years. So I don't know if any of the ones that I have to read I've owned for over 3 years, but let me check. I could do that, I guess. And it's short. This TBR is not going well, so none of the books, once again, none of the books that I have to read for videos work with this prompt. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to fill in the Buzzwordathon prompt, which is, once again, to read a book with space words in the title. I'm not excited about this book. But there's not that many books that I've owned for over 3 years. Most of the books that I have, I bought in the last 2 years. So again, why did I write this prompt down? I don't know. But, oh god, the book, I guess, that I'm going to be reading for this prompt is Keeping the Moon by Sarah Dessen. I haven't read a Sarah Dessen book in a while. I think I've only read 2. But I did buy this a long time ago when I was like 15, 16. I have no idea what this is about. Let me read the back for you. It's very short. It says, never underestimate the power of friendship. When Coley goes to spend the summer at the beach, she doesn't expect much. But Coley didn't count on meeting Morgan and Isabel. Through them, she learns what true friendship is all about and finally starts to realize her potential. And that just might open the door to her first chance at love. Beautiful. Okay, well, I mean, again, this book is pretty short. Like, it's, let's see, it's 220 pages about, so hopefully I can get through this quickly. Maybe it'll be amazing. Maybe this is gonna become my new favorite book of all time. Like, this could be better than Strange the Dreamer. We'll see. We'll see. It could happen. So, yep. Okay, last prompt. Please. Please let me just... Please. Oh boy, okay. I am really feeling for something good. Oh god. Okay. Okay, I have one. The last prompt for my April TBR. I'm praying. Please let me fit something in. Okay, I'm so scared. This again. The prompt is to use a random color generator. But I feel like this could work. I hope. I really hope. So hopefully I don't get deep orange again. But let's find a random color generator, I guess. Okay, so I am screen recording. I found a wheel that does not have deep orange on it, so let's just hope for the best here. Okay, here we go. Oh, there. What's it gonna be? If it's orange... Why? Okay, well, thank you so much. I'm so mad. Okay, let's look. Do I have any that have orange? I don't. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna say that that's orange and we're gonna go with it. Okay, so the book that I'm gonna pick for this prompt, I say there's orange on this cover. You can fight me if you want, but I'm gonna go with it because I need to read more books for the videos that I'm trying to do, okay? The book that I'm gonna go with for this prompt is The Mighty Heart of Sunny St. James by Ashley Herring The Mighty Heart of Sunny St. James by Ashley Herring Oh my god. The Mighty Heart of Sunny St. James by Ashley Herring Blake. I'm losing my mind. So this is a middle grade and I think we're following this girl named Sunny St. James, and she just had heart surgery, so she got a new heart, and I think she's starting at a new school and she meets this girl and they become friends, and then I think she's starting to have feelings for this girl, and I've heard this is a very emotional book. People seem to cry when they read this, so I can't wait for that. But this is another book that I am trying to read for one of my secret videos, and I say that the beach, you know, on the cover, I say that's orange, so take that, it's fine. But I am really excited to read this book, so yes. So there are a couple other books that I would like to read this month. We'll see if I get to them. I mean, there is one that I have to read, and that is The Swallows by Lisa Lutz, and this is for the Winers Book Club. I actually have no idea what this book is about. I think it's a mystery thriller, but other than that, I have zero clue what this is about, so I'm gonna read the synopsis for you guys. So it says, a new teacher at a New England prep school ignites a gender war with deadly consequences. What do you love? What do you hate? What do you want? It starts with this simple writing prompt from Alex Witt, Stonebridge Academy's new creative writing teacher. When the students' answers raise disturbing questions of their own, Miss Witt knows there's more going on in the school. There's a typo. In the school than the faculty wants to see. She soon learns about the 10, the students at the top of the school's social I can never say that word. Hierarchy, whatever. As well as their connection to something called the dark room. Miss Witt can't remain a passive observer. She finds the few girls who've started to question the school's boys will be boys attitude and incites a resistance that quickly becomes a movement. But just as it gains momentum, she also attracts the attention of an unknown enemy who knows a little too much about her, including what brought her to Stonebridge in the first place. Meanwhile, Gemma, a defiant senior, has been plotting her attack for years, waiting for the right moment. Shy loner Norman hates his role in the dark room, but can't find the courage to fight back until he makes an unlikely alliance. And then there's Finn Ford, an English teacher with a shady reputation who keeps one eye on his literary ambitions and one on Miss Witt. As the school's secrets begin to trickle out, a boys versus girls skirmish turns into an all-out war with deeply personal and potentially fatal consequences for everyone involved. So that sounds very interesting, actually. So I am excited to read that for the Winers Book Club. It will be on Rachel's channel next month, so stay tuned for that and read the book along with us. If you want to come and discuss it with us, it is always a fun time. So yeah, so I do have to read that this month. And like I mentioned before, I would like to read Shadow and Bone this month if I can fit it in so that I can watch the show when it comes out, but I guess we'll see about that. I'd also like to get to The Midnight Library this month because that is the book for the 20-something book club, which is hosted by my friends Mafalda and Casey. So if I can, I'll try to get to that as well. Okay, so let's just go over the prompts and the books that I picked today. So the first prompt I got was to read a book that starts with the same letter as my name, and I picked Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Seanan McGuire. The next prompt was to read a book by an author that has the same first name as someone in my family, and so the book that I went with was With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. Then I got to read a book that's been adapted into a movie or TV show, and for that I picked Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Then I got to read a book that you've owned for over 3 years, and for that I will be reading Keeping the Moon by Sarah Dessen. Oh boy. And finally I got to use a random color generator and I got orange again. So for that, I'm going to be reading The Mighty Heart of Sunny St. James by Ashley Herring Blake. So those are the books that I will hopefully be reading in April. Wish me luck. Oh my god, I feel like these TBRs just keep getting more challenging for me. So let me know what you guys are planning to read in April, or if you've read any of the books that I mentioned today, if you like them or dislike them, which books should I prioritize, let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon with another video soon. Bye!